On the count of three, everyone point to where he stood 90% of the time. Right here. But it's something that becomes a little bit of a comfort zone, so I want to show you what that looks like from a presentation perspective. We start off here and then we wander over to here and we end up back here. What does this tell your audience? I'm afraid to be out there a little bit. So what we want to do is we want to be aware of this. So I'm going to teach you a concept called pretty pictures. So the concept works like this. Remember I said earlier sometimes you'll have people who walk back and forth like this quite a bit? They'll just kind of tire the audience out. Well, then the other side of that is we favor one side where we retreat back here or whatever the case is. Now, there might be a strategic reason to be back here, but you don't want to hang back here too much. What I was taught was a concept called pretty pictures. And the way it works is you walk to one side of the stage and you imagine that at the edge of the stage is a photographer who's about to take your picture, right? So stay right here and pretend he's right there and I'm going to make my point. Right? And I'm going to over dramatize this. And that's why if you realize what you focus on gets magnified, it'll change your life. That pause, now I'm over here. And then I say, because once you realize that, then what ends up happening is you impact other people. Right? And you so you pause on the edge of the stages, and it's a concept called pretty pictures. You just imagine there's a photographer there, just so happens we have one, and you pause, and that allows people's brain to capture what you're talking about. Does that make sense? It also makes sure that you work both sides of the stage.